He's just a funny dude. But Korg is a squirrely little rock guy who's super nice, and he wanted to do a revolution, but he didn't have enough flyers. Didn't he hate his mom's boyfriend?
Yeah, didn't they play rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah. And he's holding that bug because I thought he was dead. And then the bug comes back.
What's his name, Kevin?
Yeah. And then just, Korg's the best, right? And can I say one more? I'll let you do it. You go. Give me yours.
Okay, so number 1 is Adam Pawley's news reporter character, the tech guy in the van in Iron Man 3, because who doesn't love Adam Pawley?
Yep.
For all of the Happy Endings fans out there.
And remember when he filled in for Craig Ferguson's show? And it was just him and John Raphael from Parks and Rec. And it's the weirdest hour of television ever. They just put him in a snowstorm. And it's just them ranting and talking to Howard Stern's wife, a basketball player, and some other guy. It's really funny. Look it up. Adam Pawley, Late Late Show host.
Oh, goodness. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Who's your next one?
But wasn't he also trying to fill in for Iron... He's like, I'll be the next Iron Man.
Yep. He said anyone can be him. That's right.
He's the best.
He is the best.
Justin Hammer, for sure. I mean, who doesn't love Sam Rockwell?
Not me.
And his dance moves. How can you... They inserted his dance moves. Now he has a whole show about dancing, but I saw that coming for years.
His salesman skills were great, too.
Yes, selling all those fancy guns. And then, what's the short from after one of the movies where he's in prison?
Yeah, he's in prison, and then someone escapes. Oh, Ben Kingsley escapes.
Is he in a relationship with one of the other prisoners?
Yeah, he's like in a good relationship, and he's still kind of being a jerk.
Well, I mean, he's Justin Hammer.
Yeah, you're right. And then the Trevor, who's one of our favorites, who steals scenes, he escapes. I love that scene in Iron Man 3. What are they going to get you off drugs? No, they're going to buy me more. What a great line. And then, I don't know if she's a super supporting character, but Valkyrie.
No, she's not a supporting character.
But
she's like a supporting character. She's not a side character.
Yeah, the problem is, though, her role is so easy to steal because they just said, Tessa, show up on set, play drunk, and be awesome.
Tessa, come here, be fabulous.
Yeah.
Done.
So, I mean, it was kind of easy for her to steal it. You know, does that make sense? Because she was so far out there anyway.
I really like the Grandmaster and his melt stick, so I'm gonna nominate the melt stick for scene stealing.
And didn't she use the melt stick on somebody? And he's like, why'd you do that?
Like, why? Wasn't that my cousin?
Yeah. And then wasn't she like, yeah, we'll kill him? He's like, no, that's a bit harsh. I'm like,
yes.
Oh, man. I love Jeff Goldblum in that. He's so good. That was good. Johnny Num, thank you. And we have one last question, Meg. This one's from Jesse Deal. Oh, also, Jesse Deal sent in his top 5 Marvel films, and I said I would read them on the pod. Jesse D said his 1 is Avengers, his 2 is Thor Ragnarok, his 3 is Captain America the First Avenger, his 4 is Captain America Civil War, and his 5th is Iron Man. Also, Nathan sent in a question earlier, Nathan LaHaye, and his favorite are Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, and Avengers. Now, there's 2 people who normally do these podcasts that didn't send in their lists, but I have their top 5s. So Tom, who was on the Hackers and Live Free or Die Hard pod, he said Thor Ragnarok, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Captain America Winter Soldier, The Avengers, and he said a tie between Spider-Man Homecoming and Doctor Strange are his number 5, which isn't fair, so I'll put Spider-Man Homecoming because he put it first. Next, John Levengood. He said he didn't want to submit a list because he hasn't seen Captain Marvel and he didn't want to be unfair to it. So he sent in his top 5. Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America the First Avenger, Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War, and then Winter Soldier. So all 3 of these had Cap movies. 3 out of the 4 I just read had Winter Soldier. People love that movie.
Did a bunch of people have Iron Man too?
Oh yeah. So yes. Iron Man was in Jesse's list. And it was number 1 on John Levengood's list.
Solid choice.
That's right. Good pick. All right. So Jesse's question is, wouldn't mind some Razzies. Who gave the worst performance? Weakest special effects? Worst costumes? So I think Marvel has been pretty good all around, but he's kind of said he wouldn't mind some Razzies. So who gave... All right. A worst performance. I don't want to say... I don't know. We're not haters on this pod, but I will say, I love Mickey Rourke. But in Iron Man 2, he came on and just did whatever the hell he wanted. And he brought in his parrot. And he just kind of he had the toothpick and the gold teeth and all that kind of stuff. He looked cool, but he just basically said, I'm doing what I want. And that's not too cool, right?
Again, I think that's before they were really managing these movies as heavily as they are now to fit into a certain... So maybe that was why he got away with it?
Yeah, you're right. I guess they have become more managed because they were different little vibes back in the day. What about you? What are some performances? We don't really want... We're not hating on this, are we?
Yeah, I think that... I don't really dislike anyone's performance. I think that, as you've stated, there might be some directing choices that weren't fair to the actors. I've never really loved Leslie Bibb as the reporter.
Yeah.
She just seems kind of... I don't know. It's obvious that she's not favored.
She's funny.
As a character.
Yeah, she's funny, but she got...
Like, you are not supposed to like her.
She got slammed.
So she's doing a good job, but you don't like her.
Yeah. What about... Let's see. Oh, I mean, Ed Norton in The Incredible Hulk. He's one of my favorite actors, but he had a lot of arguments with the directors on set, and it led to a little kind of a flat performance, but not flat, still good. But it just didn't pop like some of the later ones.
Yeah.
And we know Eccleston hated being his dark elf, but you can't blame him for that because he was buried underneath all that stuff. All right, let's move on. What else do we have? Worst visual effects. Now, Iron Man's suit, a lot of people have complained about in Ultron. So I looked this up, and tons of people don't like his suit. They say it looks like a PlayStation 4 game. And then I read a bunch of complaints about the final battle from Black Panther, where Killmonger and T'Challa are CGI, fighting on CGI trains, and this is blasting past them.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
The vibranium ones.
The vibranium train?
Yeah.
Hey, that rhymes. Vibranium train. But I guess you watched this movie, right? And I know it was very special effects heavy, but it had this kind of heart and soul to it. But then when they get in those masks, it's just CGI people flying all over the place. So people have complained about that. But I don't really notice too many bad CGI moments.
No. I mean, it hasn't been the focus. I guess the easier places to fail would be the space movies. So, yeah. Guardians probably has a tougher job than, say, one of the terrestrial movies.
Yeah, it's good. What about worst costumes?
Ooh, okay. I do have one moment. So we were watching Captain America Winter Soldier, and there's this one scene where Anthony Mackie is on a rooftop and they're threatening a dude, and they zoom in on the lower part of his body. They were doing a lot of not showing their faces in that scene. I don't know if it was supposed to be like, you know, the documentary style run and gun shooting, or if they just didn't have the actors on set. But these jeans they had him in, I made a comment to you when we saw it. They look like dad jeans. They're very just baggy, loose. It's probably a choice for a stunt guy.
Harness, maybe. You have to wear a harness, so you have to put them on.
But they were not flattering.
Yeah.
For it to be so featured in the shot, they were not flattering.
Also, that scene in the mall that we were talking about, that you brought up, where Captain America is dressed like Nick Cage in National Treasure.
He looks like his character from Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, the movie star. And then, I know she has to wear a hood to be undercover, but...
Where did they get those disguises?
Scarlett Johansson's going full hoodie. I don't like it when characters go full hoodie.
I think you should do a deep dive on this. Did they steal them off mannequins? Did they get them from S.H.I.E.L.D.? Where did they get the outfits?
See, you know what's funny? In National Treasure, they showed him stealing money from his dad. And then they immediately went to a very expensive, like, LL Bean.
Oh, that's right. And they're trying on clothes, and she's in the dressing room. And...
right next to each other. They spent a lot of money on those clothes. Very expensive.
Well, I mean, Diane's got style.
That's true.
So does Nick.
Yeah. So they steal money, and they spent, instead of food, they spent it on clothes.
And they're playing slightly older characters, so they have better taste.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But that was interesting. They did all this expository dialogue around changing clothes. It's interesting. Nick Cage, he's a brave man. Any other worst moments? Like, are there any some weird moments that we could give, like other random awards that we could hand out to people? What do you think?
Weird moments.
Yeah, just sort of random. Oh, what about Cap's suit in Avengers? It's very bright.
It is. We did in the first Avengers. We were just watching it. It's very, very blue and red.
And the first one, it's pretty gangster, like the old school World War II.
Yeah, where it's a little bit muted. It's more in like navy and burgundy, but this one is blue and red. And
they never went back to it.
No.
But they said that the guy who supposedly Coulson designed it.
Oh.
Bad fashion sense.
Of course, blame it on the guy who's almost dead. Jeez.
Yeah, who supposedly dies. You know, that's one annoying thing about them. I'll give out a Razzie for that. They keep killing people and bringing them back. Loki, Coulson, Nick Fury.
This is a fun topic on the eve of Endgame.
Yeah, but Endgame, right?
We'll find out soon.
I mean, it's just, and then they're like, oh yeah, we'll just wipe out Quicksilver, and you're like, oh, that's cool.
And they didn't bring it back.
Yeah.
How rude.
Yeah, ATJ. I don't know. So that's kind of annoying. What else is there? Is there anything else?
I didn't like the way they just sort of discarded Jane, Natalie Portman's character.
Yeah, I wonder how much she didn't want to come back and how much she was just, maybe she hated Thor too.
I know, but it feels like it could have been handled better.
Put her in a cameo. Just be like, get out of my way. Thor, I'm tired of you. God of Dumb.
I'll just agree to redo Thor 2.
That's right. Ooh, what if she called him the God of Dumb?
Burn.
What do you think? They should have brought back Kat Dennings for something too.
Yeah, she would have been fun as a character in the background or
Shield
helping. Yeah, why not?
I mean, she helped save the world a couple times.
Why don't they bring in Justin Hammer as a consultant? Come on.
He'd be. We need
criminal mastermind.
There's a really crazy terrorist place out there.
Dance teacher.
Oh, yeah, teaching everyone. Oh man, the next Avengers party. Or they could have him selling faulty machinery to
the bad guys. Yeah, it could be like Star Wars.
They're just get
Benicio.
Benicio in the MCU. Oh my gosh. What about Sicario Benicio? Wait, Sicario Benicio or
up against Josh Brolin, Thanos.
Oh my gosh. Who would win?
Alternate MCU.
Who would win? Sicario, Benicio, or Thanos?
Ooh. I don't know. Probably...
I mean, Thanos would smush him.
Probably Benicio.
Yeah, easy. Purple stuff would be flying everywhere.
He'd be done. He didn't know what hit him, and the whole family would be dead, and just... It would be over.
All right. So we talked about Civil War. The next one's Guardians of the Galaxy. James Gunn. He'll be back for the trilogy. I'm excited.
I'm definitely, especially, I mean, we have no idea what's going to happen in Endgame. Where is their story going?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, there's a Razzie for you. I hate that Gamora and Peter, yes, Star-Lord kissed in Infinity War. I hate it.
Really?
It felt so unnatural because it wasn't the James Gunn story and they were building to this moment and they had just admitted that they liked each other at the end of Galaxy 2. And then they just randomly kiss in this movie? No. I'm not about it.
They wipe her out like a chump, too, in Infinity War. She's like, ha ha, you don't love anybody. Then Thanos, a tear falls down his ear, like his ear. Thanos cries tears out of his ears. A
single tear.
Out of his eyes. And she's like, oh crap. So they make her look like a dummy.
How do you think that was described in the script?
I don't even know.
A single tear rolls down his giant purple cheek.
Yeah, and then goes down his nutsack chin.
Oh, gross.
Peter Quill. Now, I love in the first Guardians where she's like, quit that hip thrusting man magic, or so she said something about him. But
when he was trying to dance and he was listening to the music.
But Guardians felt fun. It felt fresh. A lot of people are saying that it's very organic humor, but it's very written James Gunn humor, which I love. Does that make sense?
It's got a style to it and a cadence for sure.
And I was listening to the Slither commentary, and James Gunn he said that Slither is his first movie he was directed, and it was so nice to direct a movie that he wrote because he didn't feel like directors got his dialogue correct.
I feel like that's a very Amy Sherman Palladino kind of thing.
Yeah, you're right.
She has a very specific cadence, and they have to direct it because it's so fast and snappy.
Imagine somebody else directing Marvelous or Gilmore Girls.
No.
All right, so Guardians of the Galaxy. I want to Black Panther, Oscar nominated, the highest tomato meter rated movie.
The movie that gave us Shuri.
Shuri, for sure.
Hey.
Oh, what a cast, though, right? Lupita.
Yeah, I mean they've got some. They're star-studded.
Michael. They're all so good. Chadwick.
M'Baku.
Forrest. M'Baku's awesome, isn't he?
He's fun.
Yeah. No. Also, it also had. Oh man, Andy Serkis not being a computer guy.
Oh, that's right.
Having the time of his life, and very proper and prim Martin Freeman.
Yes. He's cool. I love him in the MCU. He's a great addition. I'm glad he's doing more movies.
Sure, he's cool. I don't like the way
they show him being capable, too.
Yeah, you're right.
He's not just a guy.
Some bro showing up.
He didn't just get inserted in the movie as a government official. He's got skills. And it features the museum next to the church where we got married.
That's right.
As a, British museum?
Yep.
We didn't get married in England.
No. But I know it deserved my students did presentations on, I had them pick movies and they did production design, presentations on Black Panther. A lot of work went into that movie.
Oh, sure. All the
M'Baku's
different
throne room.
tribes.
Yeah, and M'Baku's throne room.
Oh, that was cool.
All those pieces of wood they found, and those were hanging. So a lot of care, a lot of really great. I mean, it's